Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This week I'm in Munich, the Bavarian capital known for Oktoberfest, beer gardens, historic architecture, and its rich Bavarian culture. Come with me on a 24-hour adventure as I show you how to make the most of your time in this beautiful city. From the best places to eat to the top spots to visit, I've got you covered for a perfect day in Munich. So without further ado, los geht's. Let's get started. The first thing I do when I arrive in Germany is visit a local deli and grab a delicious sandwich or semel and a slice of cake. One of the things I love about Munich is that you're never far from a deli. Just a quick search on Google Maps and you'll find that you're no more than 5 minutes away from one. The sandwiches are simple but focus on high quality cold cuts, cheeses and pickles, and the cakes, they're next level. I would go as far as to say they have the best cakes in the world.
Okay, so we're back in the room and we have got the most amazing salami semel. I think that's how I pronounce it, but I don't think the German in the shop was too happy with my pronunciation. And we have got the most delicious cakes over here. I will list the names of these cakes because I cannot pronounce this one. This one is a biscotti, but I'll list them in the video. You can't beat the hams and the bread. So good.
After indulging in my delicious breakfast, I got ready at my beautiful hotel, the Andaz Munich, before heading out to explore the city.
Okay, we are all ready for the day. This is my outfit. Very, very comfortable and practical today, but very cute at the same time.
But before leaving, I made a quick stop for a coffee to go. Downstairs at the Andaz is one of Munich's coolest cafes, BICICLETTA, and it's a bike-themed spot that serves great coffee and tasty bites too.
Okay, so we've got coffee in hand, ready for a really crazy amazing day in Munich, hopefully. First things first, we're going to be heading to the English Gardens, which is a beautiful botanical garden in the middle of Munich. I'm super excited to visit it, and it's over here where you get the people who surf the waves of the river 365 days a year. So I'm hoping we're going to get to see some surfers doing their thing. From there we're going to be heading to the food market, which is going to be absolutely fabulous. Love German food, love food markets, as you guys know. It's kind of like a thing of mine. And then just strolling through the streets, finding cool places, cool hidden gems for you guys. So right behind me is the river Eisbach, which runs through the English Gardens. And the Eisbach well, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly, Eisbach well, someone tell me how to pronounce it in German, but basically that's the famous wave in the middle of the Eisbach River in the English Gardens that people actually come here to surf. Absolutely amazing. I have to say it looks super hard, but it's super cool. There's not many places you can say that you surf the wave in the middle of a river.
I've heard about the famous river surfers from friends and family in Munich, and I just had to check it out for myself. With a coffee in hand, this is the perfect place to start your day, and it's also a fun activity for families. Here's a cool little fact: the Eisbach wave is so consistent that it's been nicknamed the world's longest river wave. Surfers here don't even have to paddle out, they just keep riding the same wave over and over again. As I mentioned, the Eisbach wave is located right at the beginning of the English Gardens, which really makes it the perfect starting point for your day. From here you can take a scenic walk through the gardens, and it's definitely worth a visit. The gardens are so beautiful, and it's a great place to clear your mind, get some fresh air, and just enjoy nature. Especially in autumn, it feels like stepping into a real-life fairy tale with vibrant reds and oranges of the falling leaves. It's honestly magic.
I have to say I'm thoroughly impressed with this English garden. It is so beautiful. Honestly, like this river running through, it looks like it's like something from out of a fairy tale. It's no surprise that so much of the fairy tales that we know, traditional fairy tales, are inspired by Germany, because this really looks like something from out of a fairy tale. It's absolutely beautiful.
After visiting the English Garden, I highly recommend exiting via the Strasse and walking through the court gardens. It's a beautiful spot and also home to the Bavarian State Chancellery, a stunning building which is the executive office of the Bavarian president. If you're interested in more history and culture, you can also visit the Munich residence, a magnificent city palace just nearby. From here, it's a great way to head toward the old town and explore other interesting parts of the city.
So if you guys are coming from the English Garden, I highly recommend that you walk all the way from the English Garden to Viktualienmarkt. It's only about 20-minute walk, and it's a really great idea to walk because you tick off a lot of boxes. You see a lot of the beautiful buildings, the German architecture, and then you'll also come across about 10 minutes into the journey the famous Maximillian Strasse street. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but basically this street is where all the designer shops, where all the high-end brands are, and it's a very famous street in Munich. If you're a fashion girly or a fashion guy, then this is definitely the street you're going to want to stop by and have a look at.
As mentioned, Maximillian Strasse is the perfect place for fashion lovers, and it's just a few minutes away from the Court Gardens. From Hermès and Loewe to Moncler and Gucci, the street has every designer store you can think of. After exploring the luxury boutiques, you'll find yourself entering the Old Town, which is filled with charming historic buildings. My personal favorite spot here is the Hofbrauhaus, one of Germany's most famous beer halls, right in the heart of Munich's Old Town.
Guys, this is crazy good. I am in a beer house in the middle of Munich. There's a live band playing, it's loud, and I have a beer on the way. This is a real Bavarian experience. If you guys need like 5 minutes to get a real Bavarian experience, this is the place to be. This is a half beer in Germany. I mean, like, what? This is a pint to England. Cheers, guys. Cheers to Munich and cheers to Bavaria. Amazing experience at the beer house. Like, I think if you want to get a really quick glimpse of Bavarian culture, it's a really good idea to do that. I just went for one beer, and I actually went by myself, and I found it super female friendly as well. You can just grab a little table, and of course I have left with goodies. I've got myself a shot glass and a beer mug, because why not?
About 5 minutes from the Hofbrauhaus, you'll find yourself at the famous Viktualienmarkt, Munich's most iconic market. It's over 200 years old and has more than 100 stalls selling everything from fresh fruits and vegetables, wild mushrooms, schnapps, which is Germany's famous alcoholic beverage, to arts and crafts, homemade house decorations, and of course a beer garden because, well, it's Munich. I was here mainly for the food, as food markets are one of my favorite things, and first up on my list was a Leberkässemmel, also known as a meatloaf sandwich.
There are so many different places to get Leberkässemmel over here, but I did find this one with this really cute old lady, and I also ended up getting a lot of other different things like yellow sausage and stuff to take back home with me to Abu Dhabi. But anyways, this is my Leberkässemmel. I'm very excited to try it because I love this. This is one of my favorite things to eat, meatloaf sandwich in Germany. Oh my god. Absolutely incredible. Oh my god.
The Leberkässemmel from the market is absolutely delicious, but if you're looking for a quieter spot just a couple of minutes away, I highly recommend Vinzenzmer. It's a local favorite and offers some of the best Leberkäse in the city.
This is what dreams are made of.
Other great things to try at the market are the bratwurst, also known as German hot dog, and the selection of cold meats. If you're more of a sit-down person, I highly recommend checking out one of the traditional restaurants at the market. I took my parents to Hochreiter, and the veal and pork schnitzel, along with the beer, were absolutely incredible. If you don't already know, Germany is also famous for its white wines, especially Riesling, so I made my way to a wine bar in the market to try some local varieties.
Let's give it a try. Ooh. And they're playing one of my favorite songs. Oh wow. I better make sure I get that name, it's delicious.
If you still haven't satisfied your sweet tooth from breakfast, or if you're more of an afternoon or evening sweet person, make sure you head to Ritz-Carlton Marienplatz. It's just a couple of minutes away. Marienplatz is a central square in Munich and it's home to the stunning City Hall. It's the perfect place to stop for a treat, as Ritz-Carlton is a popular bakery chain known for its delicious cakes.
Okay, my last stop is the Dallmayr store, which was recommended by someone local from Munich. They said I must visit it. It's basically like a very upmarket food hall. Oh my god, that's so loud. An upmarket food hall in the middle of Munich. I think this has very similar vibes to like Selfridges food hall or Harrods food hall. I don't know what your equivalent would be in your country, but basically like just a very upmarket food hall.
Dallmayr is not just a gourmet food hall and delicatessen. In fact, it might sound quite familiar to you. It's also home to one of Germany's most famous coffee brands. It's known for their premium coffee that they've been serving since 1700. As a massive foodie, it's basically like paradise for someone like me though. There's everything from fresh seafood and hams to cheeses, wines and local delicacies. I ended up buying a few things to take back with me to Abu Dhabi to preserve my German experience just a little bit longer. If you're not looking to buy anything, it's still a great spot to stop for a drink at one of the restaurants inside, or just wander around and take in the sights. After spending most of the day out and about, I got back to the hotel in the evening and decided to treat myself to a delicious hot chocolate in my room. It was made with fresh dark chocolate chips and it was so good. Then I made my way to the Andaz spa for a little bit of me time. One of the reasons I chose to stay at the Andaz was because of their exceptional spa and rooftop swimming pool. I spent a few hours relaxing there in the evening, reading on my Kindle and watching the sunset from the pool. After my time at the spa, I returned to my room, and after a full day of eating out, I decided to order some room service to end the night. Heaven right here. I've just ordered room service. I've got Anyone But You playing on the TV. I have got the most amazing burrata to start and the bolognese. Oh my god, guys, look at that. This is 5-star dining in the room. If you somehow still have more energy than I do, then I recommend heading to restaurant Reichenhof for dinner. It's a traditional Bavarian spot I visited the day before with some of my local German family, and it's got all the Bavarian favorites like schnitzel, spätzle, and more. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you found this vlog helpful for your next trip to Munich. For now, auf Wiedersehen. Make sure to like and subscribe for more great videos like this coming very, very soon.